What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you can hear me pretty good. If you can, put a one in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Wait for a couple more people to get in here. What's up? What's up? How's everybody looking? Okay. All right. Well, what's up? What's up? How you feeling? I see you in the chat. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Last time I got started too fast last time and tried to stall and mess around, and a whole bunch of people got in here late. So I wanted to chill out for a second, give everybody a chance to get in here. Is the sound pretty good though? The reason I keep asking is because I got a new microphone. So hopefully if y'all hear me a lot clearer than last week, that'd be great. You know what I mean? Now I just gotta get another camera and keep on getting better. All right, y'all ready to get started? We got a couple people in here, so let's go. All right, so today's video, and thank you guys for joining. Hopefully anytime you watch my videos, you're able to learn something from it and take something from it and be able to get better and, you know, run off and or maybe even clarify some things that you thought you knew, but maybe now you really know. So that'd be great. So last week we gave the 10 tips. You know, hopefully some of that stuff was good for you. I saw the comments and I saw that some people actually didn't know a lot of that stuff. So that was great. Now, this week we're going to talk about something that's a little more personal and, you know, it touches to my heart too. A couple of things triggered this conversation. I read the comments a lot, and every once in the blue moon, I'll see somebody who's like a skeptic. Let me not say a hater. I want to say more of a skeptic. Like they don't believe me. You know what I mean? So it started making me think about like, you know, like, well, my body isn't like I haven't fallen off. You know what I mean? Like I look good at a certain time in my life, but that's because I was competing. That's because I was going so hard. I was waking up, you know, doing fasted cardio, having my lemon water, eating all my meals and stuff like that. And I was working out like a maniac. And the results showed. And so now I don't work out even close to that anymore. And people still look at my old pictures or old videos. Back then, he must have been on steroids. I really was just working out hard because now if you see me, like I don't do nothing. I don't do half as much as the work I was doing back then because I kind of found a baseline, and you know I wanted to just come here and then start building again. You know what I mean? But you know, some people just don't understand that. And so what we're going to talk about today is a couple of things because maybe it's a personal reason, or maybe we can get into some of the details of why you may be you know, thinking this way about yourself or maybe even about other people. So all right, let's talk about it. So the first thing, body dysmorphia, it's a real thing, right? You know, you always think that you need more. You always, even when you're working out and getting bigger, you always be like, oh, I need to get bigger, you know, or if you're trying to lose weight, you always think, oh, I need to get smaller. And so body dysmorphia is a thing, but it's very extreme. You know, like I think that there's a level of it that is safe with everything. Like everything has a balance to it. You know, too much of something is bad, too little of something is bad. I think when you have something that has a balance in between, then you pretty much can start you can be responsible about your body dysmorphia versus being irresponsible and just trying to, you know, not having any real grounds for or basis for what you look like or what you're thinking. But if you kind of have a goal in your mind and you say, okay, this isn't good enough, and you keep on going for that, this isn't good enough, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Don't say to yourself, I know a lot of times what'll happen is we'll say to ourselves, oh, I'm too hard on myself. I'm too hard on myself. No, you know what I'm saying? Mother effer, you need to be hard on yourself. Like somebody got to do it. You feel me? So if you can be hard on yourself, you know, don't run away from it. Don't shy from it. You just don't need to let it consume you to the point where, you know, you're not getting anything done and you're not able to even think clearly about your workouts. You're not having fun anymore. You're just going through the motions. You see what I'm saying? So if you can kind of keep that balance of, okay, you know, this isn't good enough, let me keep going harder. You know, like an athlete or somebody who's trying to become good at something, you got to keep going harder. It's never good enough like that, you know, just like that. But if you keep on going, you kind of find more of a safer baseline, then it's okay. But once you start saying you're not good enough and you actually are good and you still got to keep on going, that's when we have a problem, right? So we got to scale it back in a little bit and see where's the threshold where we're stopping and going. Now, the second thing is when you see yourself, and I just read this the other day, which is interesting. So when you see yourself, I can't remember what the number was, but it was like, I don't know, 20% less attractive than what other people see you as. So it's interesting because maybe when you see yourself, getting in shape, you don't see yourself as fit as other people may see you as well. And so keeping that in mind, what happens a lot of times is yes, you can be overly critical because you're like, oh man, I'm not seeing any progress, nothing's happening. I look the same. And I've told you guys this in the past, let other people be your indicator, because it's very hard to see yourself when you're actually living in it. But if you let other people be the indicator of how you're looking, or if you're looking better, if you're making improvements, and keep an ear out for that, listen to those people, that'll definitely help you a lot, letting you know that, okay, I'm going through the motions, I'm making progress. Y'all are seeing it, even though I can't see it, y'all can still see it. So that's good enough for me. And so when you kind of have that in your mind, start letting other people be the ones that lead the way on the direction of what you're doing, of your progress. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to mention too is that when you see yourself in the mirror, you see your history. And so if you're somebody who's trying to get in shape, or lose weight or something like that, you see all the nonsense that you put yourself through in the past. And it's kind of like, oh, why did I do this? Now I got this. I got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this. I got to get these. This needs to look better. But when you do that, you're overly critical because now you're remembering what caused it all. And in the same thing, when you're trying to put on size, maybe you're working out, but you're overly critical because you're not seeing the results that you think you need to be seeing, or the results that somebody else has. And that's when the problems come in, right? Because you're like, how come I'm not seeing these results? And sometimes you are seeing the results, but sometimes, maybe you aren't seeing them. So anyway, the third thing is when you are living in your body, again, and I said this briefly before, you can't see the change. You can't see the progress. You could be working out every single day with your shirt off and flexing in the mirror and all this other stuff. And ideally, realistically, you're going to look to yourself the same way you did when you first started. I don't know how many of you guys are that conscious to be able to say, okay, man, I look way better than when I first started. But even when I see myself now, of course, my face has changed. But when I see my body, I'm like, I looked this good 6-7 years ago. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't see what the difference is. Sometimes I look better, sometimes I look a little bit worse, but it is what it is. Sometimes I catch a cold and then I fall off, or I hadn't worked out in a while, I fall off. You know what I mean? So life happens. For the most part, though, I'm not really too far off from what I looked at my best. And so when you're living in your body, though, it's very hard to know if you made progress, if you fell off. And so for me, I always think I look the same. People online, or people who see my videos, or people who watch old videos from 2017 and then compare them to me in 2021, they're like, oh, you look way different. Well, hey, you know what I'm saying? Life, man. What you want me to tell you? Some stuff came up. I didn't fall off. I'll probably still look good if you put me in a lineup next to somebody else. But no, I may not look elite like I was looking before. But, we'll get into that in a second on the reasons why. But, at the moment, I just don't. But I don't have a problem with it. Like, I'm satisfied with the results I have right now. And, although I'm not the best version of what I was before, and we'll touch on that in a second as the reason why, I'm still the best version of my lifestyle right now. You know what I mean? So like my lifestyle, what I do, this is a good shape for me to have with the stuff I got going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was doing before, I looked elite, but it didn't fit with what I was doing. Like I was doing a whole bunch of working out and not enough outside of the gym stuff. And so the balance wasn't there. And sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes the balance isn't there because you're going so hard in the gym trying to make a goal, but the rest of your life is trash. And that's what was happening to me. Like I was looking beautiful on the exterior, but in here and in my world, junk was, so keep that in mind too. Okay. Now, the fourth thing I want to say is that you can't compare yourself to others, because comparing yourself to others is a surefire way to sabotage yourself. And what I mean by that is there's a healthy way to compare yourself to others and to see maybe somebody has something like, there's times where I'm in the gym and I see a guy who has better shoulders than me, or better whatever. And I'm like, that dude looks good. Now I could do one or two things. I could be a hater, you know what I mean? and sit back and be like, oh, he looks better than me. Whatever, whatever. Let me go harder. Or I could be like, let me go ask him what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me steal his workout so that I can get those same shoulders he got. So sometimes, like even the other day, I was in the gym. I was in Crunch the other day, and there was a dude in there. And I asked him, I said, yo, why are you like, what are you so lean for? Like, why are you so shredded right now? Like, it's just, are you getting ready for a show or something? You just walking around here shredded for no reason. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh, I do this and I do that. And he started rambling about all these different things that he did. And it was interesting, but to me, I wasn't gonna just keep it in my mind and not say nothing to him. It was almost a compliment to ask him, I see you shredded, I see you put all this work in and dedication. What's it for? You know what I mean? Like the question is how are you able to maintain that in your lifestyle? What's your lifestyle like? You know what I mean? So I think about it like that, and I don't really compare myself to that person like, oh, he looks better than me, he got something I don't have, I need to go home and cry in the closet. No, it's just more, well, if he really does have something I don't have, maybe I could ask him to give me some tips. Or, it's just one of those things. He just, he looks good. Shoot. More people should look good. You know what I mean? What am I gonna be mad at somebody else for looking better than me? No, it's what happens, right? But here's the thing about comparing yourself to others. Everybody's body type is different, right? And then the lifestyle is different as well. And so you have to understand that you have to just try to max out your own body. You'll never be able to look like somebody else. And I think that's the biggest thing that I want to touch on today, is that a lot of people try to either hate, or like, even I get comments about, well, you did this, but when I did it like this didn't affect me. Well, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? When you did it, that's your business. I don't come to your house and feed you. You know what I'm saying? You don't come to my house and feed me. You're not coming to my house and giving me what you're not cooking my dinner. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might not eat dinner at night because I'm too lazy. Like, is that the thing of why I must have been on steroids in the past because I'm not eating dinner? No, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. Like, you can't compare your life and what you do to somebody else's, because you're not living with them, and maybe their lifestyle allows them to have more time just to dedicate into the gym, and maybe yours doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, maybe that physique that they're carrying is something that you'll never even be able to reach anyway, because your body just isn't like that. Sometimes your body, you just don't have that type of look to be able to carry the physique that somebody else has. But what you can do is max out your own physique. And if any women are listening to this, and the times that I've trained in the past, I've always wanted to turn all my clients into baddies. But when I say that, even if you guys have ever been to an exotic dance club before, that a lot of the women in there look different. You know what I'm saying? There's all different shapes and sizes, and you can get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? It's a candy store. So sometimes you might go in there and you sit back and you don't see nothing you like, and after a while you see something you like, but the thing you like may not be the thing that everybody else was liking, right? And so the thing is because women, men, whoever, we all come in different shapes and sizes. But if you max out your particular body to the best version of what it could look like, or even try and get close to that, then you're closer to the perfection, you know what I'm saying, than anybody else would be. And so the goal is just to max out your own body. Yeah, you can look at other people's bodies and kind of have a gauge to say, okay, well, that person looks good, but I look good too. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, oh, that person looks good. Or I want to get to that stage where people are looking at me and saying, oh, wow, look at his shoulders. Or, oh, wow, he has a great chest too. So let me work on my chest so I can get that as well. You know what I'm saying? But don't take it as, oh, well, because they have it, they must have cheated, or they must have did something. They must have, like, you really got to be a true sucker if you looking at somebody else and you start thinking to yourself that the way they got their results was they took shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? It really is just, it's just you. You know what I mean? So keep thinking about it yourself. Focus on yourself. Worry about your own self, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing and how they got to their goals, because you'll never be able to get to your goals worrying about everybody. It's like running a race, and every time you're running, you looking back like this. Every time you look back, you can't see what's in front of you, and now you done tripped up. You see what I'm saying? So if you can focus on your own goal, it'll help you a lot more getting to your end result. All right. The next thing is I want to say is that, and here's something that I don't know if any influencer, any fitness person talks about at all, and this is very important. I want y'all to remember this. Sometimes your best look doesn't last that long. Sometimes your best look only lasts like a couple days, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really does. Like, sometimes you can be going so hard for months, and it could just be a season. You know what I'm saying? Your body's just doing what it's supposed to do. getting lean, shredded, the muscles coming on, you eating right, all this other stuff. And then, even with the lifestyle, sometimes just age, or maybe you might caught a new allergy, or maybe just any of the elements of the world. You might have moved into a new environment. I know, this a real thing is sometimes the air temperature and the quality of air, or whatever you live at, can affect what your body's like too, because some people just don't do well in certain environments. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind too. Like, you might do better in the summertime or something like that than you do in the wintertime, or you might look better here than you do here. So, sometimes, like for me, I know heat makes me swell up. So a lot of times I'll be more inflamed looking, but in the wintertime, when I'm cold and all my veins are just icy and I'm chilled, like, I'm very vascular. You know what I'm saying? Like, for no reason, I could look at myself and be like, oh wow, what's that? Where did this come from? But it's just about, the temperature or wherever you live at. And so even when I was getting ready for shows, or getting people ready for, get shape and stuff like that, whenever somebody works with a trainer, they have like a plan. They have like maybe a 6-month goal, 8-month goal, whatever, and they stick with you. And once they get to their goal, a lot of times what happens is that person falls off. But they got to their goal. You know what I'm saying? And so the point was, you got to your goal. So once you got to your goal, I don't know how long it lasts after you was finished with me, but my point being is that we got you there. And so because you got there, it's your responsibility to maintain that. So sometimes you can't maintain that, right? I got to my goals. Like, my best look came from not changing my diet, not changing my workout plan, not changing any. It changed what I did to get on my best show versus like my other shows. The thing that changed my look was a water cycle, right? I did my water cycle the right way. The last time I didn't do it right, and then this time I did that joke right. Like, I was dehydrated, boy. You know what I'm saying? My kidneys was talking to me. And so the thing is, like, I saw what that looked like. And so then I was like, okay, well, I can't live like this for a long time. Like, y'all can see these pictures real fast, but as soon as I'm done with this thing, like, yo, I need something to drink. Like, I need some vitamin water and a Slurpee and a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I mean? So you can't hold on to that for too long. Sometimes your best is just that day, and you might have just got, you might just got fortunate. It's just like waking up one day and you look better than you did the night before. You know what I mean? Sometimes carbs affected your system better. Sometimes it's just you need some salt. Sometimes, like, it's all these different variables. And so, to look at that and say, oh, I need to stay like this, try and maintain something that's close to it, but don't focus on the fact that you lost it if it didn't last that long. You know what I'm saying? Like, just try to maintain something that's close to it. That way you can still mentally feel like you're close enough. You can always get back to it, right? All right. And then the last thing is, I hope everybody who watches me and y'all kind of understand my style. Like, I watch other fitness influencers and stuff, and I watch other people who do bodybuilding and things too. But I'm very interested in a lifestyle, because that's sustainable. My personality type is creating things that are sustainable. I like creating systems. I like creating something that you can do for a long period of time, because when you can do something for a long period of time, it's routine, it's habit, and it doesn't feel like work. And I don't like to work. I like my stuff to be easy. You know what I'm saying? All my friends know I like my stuff to be easy. Like, let it come to me easy. I don't want nothing to feel like I'm going hard. You know what I mean? Like, let me just feel like God ordained this to me and it's supposed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So if you can formulate a lifestyle that coincides with the level of fitness that you're trying to achieve, put yourself in that environment. If you want to start, if you need to start riding your bike more, if you need to start waking up doing your cardio more, whatever it is that your body needs to do, make that thing a lifestyle. And when you can make that thing a lifestyle, you'll notice that, you'll start to see subtle changes, but sometimes great changes. And the thing is, when you have a lifestyle, you can maintain that. And so when you maintain it, you'll never fall off too far. I promise you'll never fall off if it fits within your lifestyle. If it fits within what you do already all the time, you can't lose it. You know what I mean? You just can't lose it. And so hopefully y'all took something from that and it made sense to you. I feel like I'll be talking to y'all and it goes over your head sometimes, because I look at the comments and I'm like, yo, what? Like, did you not hear me just now? Anyway, all right, let me read some of these comments, man. Shanta King, what's up? What's up? What's up? Mr. Reed, what's up, man? I appreciate you being back. I see you all the time. Simply Deep, you said what's up, and you in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Gerald, you in the chat. I see you. HK, so you've been the same weight for a year. You need to get more calories in for sure. Yeah, you know what you need to do. I mean, we all know what we need to do. It's just a matter of doing it, man. You just got to do the work, yo. And it's hard just to do the work. I understand it. Like, my goal so much right now, y'all can kind of see I took my shirt off again because I've been putting some size back on. But, right now I'm still like 10 pounds away from where I want to be. But when I get there this time, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's coming, man. Like it just takes time. Sometimes it just ain't the right. It ain't your season all the time. It ain't always your season, but when it's your season, you know what I'm saying? Get in that thing. So anyway, I hope you guys learned something. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to download your ebooks. And also, if you click the link below, there's still some more KB natural containers left. I only probably have like, I got a couple more boxes left. I will show y'all. I got a couple more boxes left, but it's not that many. I probably got a few left, man. So anyway, appreciate y'all being in the chat. All for whatever. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.